pirates, ninjas, demons, giants, robots. If you want to enjoy these stories, leave it all to Japanese manga. Hello, welcome to What the Japan. My name is Yuki and I am Japanese. In this channel, I introduce Japanese culture and manners in an easy-to-understand way. This time, we will introduce 6 Japanese manga you should read before you die. Thanks to this manga culture, there are many foreigners who love Japan. The legendary manga that Japan is proud of, which has excited people all over the world. How many do you know? First up is the pirate manga One Piece, which is popular all over the world. It is a story about a boy named Luffy who aims to become the Pirate King, and his friends who adventure on the open sea. It is a work that perfectly packs the 3 main elements of friendship, effort, and victory, and has all the stories that will make you cry, laugh, and give you goosebumps. Let's briefly introduce the contents. Luffy is a rubber man who ate a mysterious fruit called Gomu Gomu no Mi. He can use his body like rubber, stretch his hands, and deflect bullets. However, his weakness is that he cannot swim. All people who eat the mysterious fruit cannot swim in the sea. One day, Luffy gets into a fight with some bandits and is pushed into the sea. In front of Luffy, who is drowning, is the strongest monster in the sea. When Luffy is in a desperate situation, the pirate Shanks appears. Shanks saves Luffy in exchange for one of his arms. Luffy, who has learned about the strength and coolness of pirates, aims to surpass Shanks and become the Pirate King. One Piece is interesting in many ways. Characters with various abilities appear. And stories based on myths are developed. There are also many mysteries that have yet to be solved. Who is Luffy's mother? Is the fruit that Luffy ate really made of rubber? The most glaring one is that Shanks deliberately let the monster eat his arm. Enjoy the fun of solving these mysteries. Next up is Naruto, set in the world of ninjas. This is the story of a dropout boy, Naruto, who aims to become the strongest ninja, Hokage, while cultivating bonds with his friends and master. The sight of Naruto, who was once alone and without parents, growing stronger with his natural cheerfulness and tenacity, will surely touch everyone's hearts. Naruto's running and shadow clone jutsu have now become memes around the world. You may have heard of Naruto's special move, the Rasengan. Naruto's friends, Sasuke and Sakura, are also famous. However, one thing to note is that a real Japanese ninja cannot breathe fire or control sand. I will post a detailed video of real ninjas another time. The third is Demon Slayer, called Kimetsu no Yaiba in Japan, where the beauty of Japanese culture and family love shine. The story is about a boy named Tanjiro, whose family was killed by demons in the Taisho era, who becomes a swordsman to save his sister. He captivated fans around the world with his Japanese swordsmanship concepts such as breathing and kata, and his worldview depicting ancient Japan. His companions are also attractive characters, and they fight using various abilities such as lightning, sound, and water. Each episode has many touching lines, and the message that kindness is strength is contained in it. Because this is a relatively recent manga, the beautiful animation using the latest technology is one of a kind. By the way, even original samurai cannot use such abilities. I will introduce that in another video. Next is Attack on Titan, which shocked the world beyond genres. The setting is a town surrounded by a 50-meter-high wall. The main character, Eren, and the rest of humanity all live within the walls. The reason is that outside the walls there are many Titans, the enemies of humanity. However, one day, the walls are destroyed by a giant Titan that exceeds the walls. I'll tell you something shocking here. In the first episode, Eren's mother is eaten by a Titan that entered the wall. Through grief and anger, Eren vows to kill all the Titans. I'll also tell you something else. The original Japanese title of Shingeki no Kyojin is literally translated as Titans of Progress. In fact, even this Japanese name hides a secret. In this manga, where even the smallest words of the characters are important, I recommend reading it from various perspectives, not just as a battle manga. To brighten things up, let's introduce Doraemon. Doraemon is probably the first manga that Japanese children learn about. Nobi is bad at studying and sports, so he is always bullied by his friends. Then Doraemon comes from the future. Doraemon is a robot created in the future, so he uses various tools to help Nobi. Hopter, which allows you to fly when you put it on your head. Anywhere door, which allows you to go anywhere when you open the door. What if phone booth, which changes the world when you make a wish. There are many useful tools like these. However, Doraemon can be clumsy, so it's interesting that he sometimes makes mistakes. Also, while you might think this manga is for children, there are episodes that will make adults cry even when they read it. Be sure to check out the friendship and kindness between Doraemon and Nobi in this manga. The last one we'll introduce is the monument of Japanese manga. Dragon Ball. It's a classic battle manga in which the main character, Son Goku, fights enemies all over the world while getting stronger with his friends. It's a legendary manga that the creators of One Piece and Naruto all read. It's no exaggeration to say that words like Super Saiyan and Kamehameha are now universal languages. What is strength? What are friends? This work depicts such a simple yet powerful theme in a way that anyone can understand. The influence is so great that there is even a term overseas called the DB generation. What did you think? The works introduced this time are not just popular works, but legendary works that have made an impact on the world. Of course, there are many other masterpieces in Japan besides these 6 manga. If you think that manga is for children, these 6 works may change your mind. If you have a favorite work, please let me know in the comments. This channel introduces various information about Japan, such as Japanese culture, traditions, and recommended tourist spots. If you want to know more about Japan, please subscribe and like the channel. See you again on What the Japan.